Actions will affect your habits, okay? So thoughts become words, words become actions, actions done enough times will become habits. We flipped it around a little. So this week, I want to be looking at words. 7 years ago, I got married. I married an incredible guy. But he has one issue. Actually, he has two. But I try to forget the fact that he's a Patriots fan. I just block that out of my mind, okay? Here's the one thing, and right now he's sitting there sweating because he has no idea what I'm about to say. He loves screamo music, okay? Loves screamo music. Now, right now, you're all looking at me and you're saying, hold on, is she married to that mild-mannered guy from Maine who seems to be so gentle and yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about, okay? Screamo music. Now, if you don't know what screamo music is, I don't even know how to explain it. They just yell, okay? He tells me that it's Christian music. He could tell me it was in Mandarin, and I would take his word for it, because I have no idea what these people are saying, okay? It is just a lot of yelling with a lot of boom behind it. So the other week, our oldest granddaughter, Riley, was over. Riley is 3 going on 18. It's a little scary. And Eric was listening to some of his music. We have on one of our Amazon Echoes, okay? So a lot of you I know have those now, the Echoes. And I was complaining about it, as I sometimes possibly do. And Riley looked at me, and it was as if roles were reversed. It was as if she was the grandmother, and I was the toddler throwing the tantrum, which was about where it was right about then, because I can only listen to so much of it. And she goes, Grandma, it's okay. You just have to say, Alexa, stop. Hold on. When I was 3, I was wheeling around a doggy on wheels and thinking it was the real thing. 3-year-old is now telling me how Amazon Alexas and Echoes and all those things work. Grandma, all you have to say is, Alexa, stop. Words are powerful, okay? Even Riley knows how powerful words are. In fact, the Bible starts out showing us the power of words. Genesis 1, of course, says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. It goes on the next 2 verses and says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Words are powerful. If you go forward to the New Testament, Jesus did his miracles. To the man with leprosy, he said, be clean. To the deaf man, he said, be opened. To the storm, he said, be quiet, be still. To the man with the evil spirit, he said, be quiet, come out of him. Words are powerful. There is power in words, okay? I'm not saying that your words will create the universe, but if you can stop screamo music with it, I'm okay with that, okay? So words are powerful. In fact, in Proverbs, it gives us how powerful words are. Proverbs 18:21. Words kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. You have a choice. The things that you say can be life-giving. They can be life-taking. They can build up, or they can destroy. If you want to change the life that you have, perhaps you need to start by changing the words that you speak, okay? Because small things in the words we speak can make a big, big difference in the life that we live. Small things, big difference. Words may seem like a small thing, but they really aren't. There is a huge amount of power behind the words that each and every one of us say. In James, he talks about this, and he says this, a bit in the mouth of a horse controls the whole horse. A lot of us have been horseback riding. You know what I am talking about. You're talking about a bit that's about this big is controlling this huge animal. It only takes something this small for you to control which way you want that horse to go. A bit in the mouth of a horse controls that whole big animal. A small rudder on a huge ship in the hands of a skilled captain sets a course in the face of the strongest winds. Massive ships, but if you look at them, the rudder in comparison seems like a very, very small thing, but it is controlling that huge ship. A word out of your mouth may seem of no account, but it can accomplish nearly anything or destroy it. It only takes a spark, remember, to set off a forest fire. A careless or wrongly placed word out of your mouth can do that. A spark, a tiny, tiny thing. And we've all seen the devastation that wildfires can have. And it starts usually with something really small. But it can grow to something really, really big. A careless or wrongly placed word out of your mouth can do that. If you're following along in the YouVersion in our events where our message notes are for today, I put in a longer passage. I don't have time to get to it today, but if you keep reading that chapter, it says some other amazing things about the words that we speak. And let me just say this as a complete aside. When I'm talking about words that we speak this morning, a lot of us right now, we don't really communicate too often using words. So what I am saying this morning can apply just as much to what you are texting to somebody, to what you are emailing to somebody. Often the written word is as powerful as what I am speaking, if that's what I am communicating. So really I'm going to talk about your mouth, but really those things are interchangeable this morning. I read a study, and the study said that the average person uses 16,000 words per day. Average person, 16,000 words per day. And let me tell you this, there has been some back and forth about it. Men and women average the same number of words every day, okay? So there is no disparity at all. We all average 16,000 words a day. And I thought of, you told me that tomorrow I was going to have $16,000 to spend, I would give that a lot of thought as to what I was going to do with it. Maybe our words should be something we give as much thought to because they have a whole heck of a lot of power in what comes out of our mouth. Because here's the thing, with somebody that you don't like to be around, people you don't like to be with, people who make you feel small, they make you feel important, my guess is there's a lot of life-taking words that come from that person. People you love to be around who build you up, chances are life-giving words are more abundant in that situation. And that's the kind of person you want to be. Do you want to be a life-taker? Do you want to be a life-giver? Going back to Proverbs, of course, it says this, the words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. The words of the reckless pierce like swords. Oftentimes, we do use words recklessly that maybe we don't really think through, okay? So, if I say, don't worry, your hair will grow back. Okay. Or, you're really going to wear that today? I don't really mean it, but it says here, the words of the reckless pierce like swords, okay? Or somebody, and believe me, I've heard this, well, I guess you don't want to get married. Or, I guess you're not going to have any more kids. What's happening? Reckless words, but there's no takebacks. Once they are said, reckless pierce like swords. I'm not a great marksman, whatever you are when you are good with a sword, but if you're pierced with a sword, it's bad, I'm guessing, right? It's a bad thing to happen to you. Reckless words, those words that may seem like throwaways to us, have a piercing effect on somebody that is going to have a big difference. Goes on and says, the soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. A soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. Perverse words, we've all heard them. You're a loser, you're pathetic, I hate you, I don't know why you were born, things like that. Perverse tongue, it's spirit crushing. Okay, it is spirit crushing. So we need to be careful of what we say to other people. Soothing tongue, though, I'm proud of you. You're the best. Thanks for all you do. I'm glad you're here. That's going to be a tree of life. You are going to give somebody life with those things. So let me ask you, and I don't want an answer. I'm not asking for an answer. I want you to think about this in your head. Do you use more life-giving words, or do you use more life-taking words? Let me flip that around. How about when you're talking to yourself? Do you use more life-giving words, or do you use more life-taking words in the things that you say to yourself, in the way that you treat yourself? For a lot of us, we may use some life-giving words to somebody, but it flips around when it comes to ourselves. We say things to ourselves that we would never, ever, ever say to another person, probably. And for a lot of us, that's something we also need to look at. The power of life and death is in the tongue. That applies to my life as well as to the lives of those around me, the things that I say. If you want to change the life you live, change the words you speak. Words can kill. Words can give life. Pretty dramatic, right? But it's not something that I thought of, and I'm saying to you, it's right here, found in the Bible, Proverbs. Words kill, words give life. Pretty black and white. So I just wanted to go with two things I wanted this morning really to touch on when it comes to this. Two powerful things about life-giving words, okay? And I'm going to sound like your mom when I say this first one, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you can't say something nice, say nothing at all, okay? In fact, I feel like with the birth of Riley, I got promoted, so this is coming from a grandma, okay? If you can't say something nice, say nothing at all. Bite it, zip it, shut it, whatever it comes, just don't say it, okay? For some of us, that's an important thing. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." For some of you this morning, I'll be honest, if you promise me that you are going to take this verse and you're going to apply it to your friendships, to your relationships, to your marriage, to your parenting this week, you can go straight to Mr. Softy, okay? Because this is something powerful, okay? If we just applied this sometimes, just don't say it, okay? Sometimes we think it doesn't all have to come out, okay? Just do not say it, because by saying it, you're not building somebody up, you're pulling them down, okay? You're not helping somebody, you're just being someone they don't need to listen to. And let me just say this, if you just elbowed the person next to you, I was talking to you, not them, okay? So, because obviously you need to hear it, okay? Every single one of us needs to know, at times, just say nothing. It's better that way, okay? Just keep silent. Let me go to the second one. I'm going to say this. If you think something good, say it. Proverbs 16:24 says this, "Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." Now, here's the thing. This did not say, in this verse, Solomon did not say, gracious thoughts are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. See, I can have a good thought about somebody, but unless I articulate it, I'm really not helping them one iota, okay? It needs to be something, if you think something good, you need to say it. It needs to be set free to become bone healing, to bless somebody else, to give them life. Not just enough to think those things in your head, you need to say those things out. 5 years ago, if a poll had been taken as to which Blackmore was the least likely to be the one standing up in front of a crowd full of people preaching, I'll be honest, even I would have checked the Charlotte box, okay? This is about as far into me. I don't like to talk too much, okay? I'm not a huge communicator. My friends are the ones who are nodding really a lot right now. All through school, my report cards said the same thing. Please get her to talk. She won't talk. I mastered the art of, I would go to school. I could be in school a whole day and not say a single word the whole day, okay? So when I say that 16,000 words average, Some of you are all using my words because I'm not using up 16,000 words, I don't think, most days. It's not my thing. So this, me standing up here and doing this, I say that is just God. It's completely a God thing because it's so far into my personality. It's not what I ever thought that I would be doing at all. Honestly, never thought that I would be doing this. But as I've been growing into this role, I guess, and doing it more and more, some Sundays I get up from here and I go over there and I stand and I start beating myself up. I'm being God honest with you right now. And I will start saying, why you think you can do that? There's a bunch of people here could do it a lot better than you. You know, you shouldn't have said that. You should have said this. And I will start to beat myself up about it. I will go from there. I'll go out. I'll smile at you all. I'll talk to you or whatever. You all leave. And then I tend to go to my office to decompress. That's kind of what I do. Today I'll jump on a bouncer instead. But I tend to go there. And I kid you not, on the days that I have felt that way, and there have been some, I will get to my office and my phone will start dinging. And it will be texts, it will be messages, it'll be Facebook posts from you guys. And so often you say, how did you know exactly what I needed to hear today? How did you know this? I can't believe you said that. That just spoke right into my situation. I don't tell you this because I expect you all to send me a text afterwards, okay? I'm not fishing for compliments at all. I say this for this reason. A lot of you see me up here, or you see me running around doing my thing here, and you go, well, she has it all together. She's really got it going on. She doesn't need to worry about a single thing. Look, she's confident, she is this, she's that. I'm not confident, okay? I have my insecurities, I have my doubts. I spend a lot of time wondering if God has forgotten my address, okay? I'm just being honest with you. And the thing is this, I don't think I'm alone in here with that. There are so many of us just battle things that nobody else can see. But then when I leave here and I go and I start to get messages from you guys about the things that I've said and stuff, you give me life. It is life-giving. And that's what I want to encourage you. Do that to other people. Bless other people. Don't just think it. Say it, okay? So honestly, I tell Domingo a lot. He's an incredible guy. I'm not just saying that because he said what he said about me, okay? But he's an incredible guy. He does. But here's the thing. How does me giving him a compliment affect me? Here's how it affects me. He's an incredible guy. He is happy about what he does because I hopefully am building him up. The fact that he is happy about what he does means on Friday night when I say to my son, hey, it's the corner tonight, he doesn't say to me, I don't want to go there and hang out with those people. They seem to hate what they're doing and they don't want to be there themselves, so why should I have to go? Do you know what I'm saying? It all comes back. We are a body. God put us all together for a reason. As we build each other up, that person is able to do the things that God has called them to do and called them into, okay? I tell the people in the ark and the garden what an incredible job they're doing. Hopefully that means they're excited to be in there, which means spreads to the kids, and the kids are happy to be there, and it all spreads. God put us together for a reason. And let me just encourage you that this morning, speak life into each other's lives because it will make you feel better, but it also helps those around about us. It helps each and every one of us when we do this. Make it a rule going out of here this morning. Every time that you think something good about a person, you tell them, or you text them, or you Facebook post it, or you write it a note if you know where to buy a stamp, okay? Or you send them, you know what? Articulate those things. Let them come out. Let us encourage each other. Let us bless each other. That is going to help you. It helps to change our relationships, and it helps you are speaking life to somebody. You have no idea what somebody is going through, and right at that second, they may need to be given life by you, and your words are able to do that. You can give life. Let me just flip it around then and say this. If you think something good, say it applies to myself too, okay? And it applies to each and every one of you. Don't be beating yourself up all the time. Think of the amazing things that you are capable of, that you are good at, that you are able to do. Speak those over yourself. Say those to yourself. God, I believe you want to bless my family. You know what? Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. God, I believe you're going to rescue my marriage. Say it out loud. God, I believe that you're going to help my family climb out of debt. Say it out loud. Say those things. God, just help me. Speak life. to yourself. Don't just speak death at all times. Jesus in Mark 11 said that if you speak to the mountain, it will move. He didn't say if you think about the mountain. He didn't say if you speak about the mountain. He said if you speak to the mountain and have faith to see it removed, it will be moved. Ezekiel said this. It says, "Then he said to me, speak a prophetic message to these bones and say, dry bones, listen to the word of the Lord." Again, not speak about them, speak to them. Speak life into a situation that may just seem like it is dead and there's not a thing is ever going to resurrect it. Living word, the word of the Lord says, right? It's going to speak to those bones. God, by faith, I believe you're going to heal that person that I'm praying for. Say it. Give it life. Give the words life. Here's God's answer to that, of course. It says, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Look, I am going to put breath into you and make you live again. It may seem like things are hopeless. It may seem like things are pretty desperate. There is the power of life and of death from these tiny little things that we throw away so frivolously called words. Doesn't seem like a huge thing, but they can make a big, big, big difference in your relationships, in your personal well-being, how you think of yourself, how you think of other people, how you interact with others. Small things make a big difference. It's the small things that no one sees that result in the big things everyone wants. Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions become habits. Over the past few weeks, we've talked to you about each of those three things, okay? Thoughts, now words, and habits. These are the kind of things, these are the small things that you can make changes in your life that are going to have a huge impact in your life. People are going to be looking back a year from now and saying, what happened, okay? What happened with those things? And you can say, you know what? I just changed one small thing in those areas, and it had a huge impact on the things that I was able to do and accomplish because of that. Words. So we go out of here today, and the choices are words life, words death. It's all in the power of this little organ inside your mouth, okay? Something to think about as we head out this morning. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just come to you this morning, and we know that we all fall short at times, and there are times when we may say the things that we shouldn't say, and we may do the things we shouldn't do. But we just ask that you would just really help us to just really make small changes that will make a huge difference in our impact, in our relationships, in the things we do for you, in the way we function, and our daily lives, that we can change these things. And we just ask, give us wisdom, give us guidance, just help us as we do these things. And we ask it in your name. Amen. Okay, just a reminder, we're going to